Represent the top of life. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. And I'm blazing radio with Gabby. Big up the team, dog. No, Whyteboi the DJ. Ladies, when Whyteboi starts to play, oh my Lord, now on your
Hey, Miss Gabrielle, the Fashionista.
Inclusion. Yeah. I want to know something I said. Tune in to talk of life every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Blazing Radio. You know?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and what up? This is your girl Candy B.
And this is your girl Kaye Jamnice. And this is Gabby, the Fashionista.
And you are listening to Talk Up Live on ablazingradio.com. We are broadcasting live from the Jerk Pit, 9078 Baltimore Avenue in College Park, Maryland. If you are around, come on down and join us. Get one of their famous signature rum punches, get some of their great food, and just come and talk up with us. We have a jam-packed show tonight. We got to say shout out to Fyah Oats in the building. He's going to take us on a musical journey. We got to say shout out to Whyteboi the DJ. Shout out to everybody in the studio. We got Miss Shamika. Thank you for coming through. And, just generally happy to be here. So how's everybody's week been so far? Great. I know you had a great week, birthday girl. I know. Kaye been in Jamaica for like 2 months.
We don't want to get off this. Move on. Let's go.
Really like when. Welcome back.
Telling her like a TI is.
Welcome back, Miss Jamnice. Welcome back.
Thank you. I did miss y'all though.
We have PrinceRoyal coming through too to help us co-host. You know, his Purple and White is tomorrow night. Venue is still to be announced, and we'll let you know something, I'm sure, when he gets here. But everybody know that is a staple year-to-year event. It's always remote, always full of support, and it's always full of different people. So make sure you come out and support. He'll be on a little later. We have quite a few topics tonight with all of the tension building in the country, but specifically closer to us in the Baltimore area. We got a lot of stuff to talk up about, and we got some good stuff to share too. But I want to start out. Did you guys hear Waka Flocka is running for president?
Yes.
This is the same man that was looking for a professional blunt roller 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I remember when he was on what was it, some channel on BET when they were interviewing him about voting. And they're like, oh, we keep voting. He's like, yeah, they vote good. Like, yeah, I go to college. I want to major in algebra. They're like, wow. And you were going to be like, yeah, fired.
He just wants to legalize marijuana. That's his whole thing.
That's his whole thing.
Agenda. And he might win running on that platform, seeing as 1 out of every 2 Americans smoke. So anyway, I hope not. You think Trump was killing Obama? Oh my God, what would he do to Waka? We'd be back in the slave camps. But anyway. So Fyah Oats, shout out to you. Shout out to you. What's going on? How you been?
All is well.
All is well. Tell the people what you've been up to. You've been quite busy up, man.
Well, we call it Global Squad, so all over the world. Just want to continue, give thanks.
All right, and you stay repping where?
GT, of course, we just came back, so Guyana, South America.
You went for Easter, right?
Easter.
How was that? That's like better than Christmas, I heard.
Well, I don't know, because I haven't been for Christmas. I think Guyana just all the way around is just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right, and so what can we look forward to in the future? We're going to get a little more in-depth in the next segment, but what can we look forward to just coming up in the summer or so?
Well, coming up in the summer, we usually do that global cookout. There's a lot of events going on. We have a private beach party. It's a lot going on.
Are black people invited? All right, we're going to get into your first mix, but I forgot to mention we have the legendary UK producer Curtis Lynch from Necessary Mayhem in an interview coming up after your mix, so it's major. He is like I don't know who's the big producer over here, but he has worked with like the Whitney Houston of the UK and all that kind of stuff, so it's a good look. He's working with
Dave Kelly or something.
something pretty much. He's worked with like Alicia Keys, John Legend, those caliber of artists. So good thing. But what we're ready for right now is your first mix. So whenever you're ready, take it away.
And they go to 1K. I got you first round. Okay. Well, there's a kid in here right now.
They could never be my friend. Up like 7, up like 7. We replace 24/7. Up like 7, up like 7. I'm a real boss 24/7. Don't be back, man. Most of this time, I come to the alphabet. 26 letter in the alphabet. I don't say NBA check everything in here for. That them are here for. But we not here for.
So I want it out. You about what? Yeah, ain't what down. But my was in my house. But then Jack Mount. That's what I want it down. You about what? Yeah, ain't what down. But my was yeah. I was on the 15 plus. I ain't got the 15 plus. I ain't what down. Then what? Yeah, believe in the 15 plus. Believe in the 15. Eat a yama, no sweet. Then no bad like what's the matter? Then you're not chicken it. I'm not a picture. And we don't want to be them in the city of we dangerous. That's what them bear of us. We start saying the hell mother. I'm the habit of what down we there. I'm not anybody.
We are the baddest one of the man, we the most of it. Just bounce the dream of all of it. The party. Hold up. That's the reward? That's the reward? The business is the art. Like the canoe is real art. Put me in the iceberg with the hot part. No more to the still world. Monsters still learn. Still I make money and me still I love one more. We clap it. Then keep me up, don't cross up on money and dance. We clap it. I watch a couple of things on the phone and me and back. We clap it. Still I will clap it and still clap it. No good at the party, I watch and say yes and you're time. You know me, fire, down with the girl and you're we don't want it to fly. Give some champagne, smoke some. Don't judge me for one day you die. So let's live it out. So let's live it out. I don't give you, look at I want you, and I see you. Me, you, and me, we want to see you. I'm back off. Don't judge me for wondering you now. So let's live our lives. So let's live our lives.
4 minutes.
We are the fucking highlight, smoke from day to twilight, smoke from night to sunlight, that's a highlight, baby chain, that's a highlight, so she's nice, everything nice, yeah, we don't know why, then fine, just a time to legalize it, Jamaica, it's a Friday. We are behind it. Smoke weed every day. In America, in Australia, in Canada, in the UK, in Ireland, France like Spain, Jamaica up the top strike. Elevate in your brain. Until the best strongest that I don't show the play. Know the highlight play. Yeah, 1,000 G. Original brother.
I know, it's like that part of the Welcome back here. This is your girl Candy B.
This is your girl Kaye Jamnice, and this is Gabby.
And that was Gabby. And shop don't say that come. Okay, we just got through our first mix with the man himself, Fyah Oats. I ain't gonna call out your government, I'm gonna call you Boy Wonder GT. Original. And for those of y'all don't know, he's been playing music since he was like 7. Like 7, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So That was a nice mix. I like how you dropped a couple dubs in there. Are you kind of letting us know you're getting ready for some clash things or something?
Well, you ain't got to clash the voice dubs, you know what I'm saying? That's just letting you know that I respect the craft, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, people want like they're a big bad DJ, but ask DJ Prince, you gotta always throw something in and just, you know what I'm saying, to make it authentic. So, you know, that just separates yourself. That's from wearing Jordans to luxury tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying?
What Lord, words dropping.
So if you're ready to clash anybody, you know, what up?
Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh. All right, well, we enjoyed that first mix, and we can't wait to hear the second mix in the next hour. We have an interview coming up with Curtis Lynch from Necessary Mayhem at 9:35, and he's a big deal. Like Christopher Martin said, he is a huge deal, and he has some good stuff in the works for us. But in the meantime, just like he's trying to expand the entire genre, so are we. So we're going to get into comedian Joe Jack's segment for the evening, which is called ManAboutTown. And if anybody knows Joe Jack, he is always all over the place. He is referred to and called the mayor of the Green Line. So, yes.
I'm ready to
Hold on to your cheekbones because you're about to LYAO.
ManAboutTown. Oh, ManAboutTown. Wow. What's up, y'all? This is Joe Jack, aka Mayor of the Green Line, and I'm calling you all live and direct from my job. And all the years I've been working on my job, well, the years I've been here working on my job, the observation I'm making here is that I notice every time I have gas and I'm at work and I'm sitting here and I'm apart. I notice every time the odor starts to smell a little blue plainish. Everybody wants to come around my desk and chit-chat and talk. And these people talk as if they don't smell that blue plain scent lingering in the air. They act as if they can smell it. Like, just as I was just talking, my supervisor came in my cubicle to speak with me, and the scent of fine filth was in the air. So, if this happens to you, I would like you to just say yes to yourself. You don't have to call in and say, but just say yes to yourself and just be in agreement with what I just said, because it happens so often, and I don't understand why. So, this is Joe Jack, aka Mayor of the Green Line, with your ManAboutTown segment. And before I leave, I'd like to say, excuse me. Peace.
Shout out to Joe Jack, aka Mayor of the Green Line. We need you to stop farting on the job. We're gonna need you to handle that kind of stuff. I think the split people in the veins for work. Just stay away from Taco Bell. Anyway, shout out to Joe Jack. He's all over the city. We'll make sure we put up his events on our Talk Up Live page on Facebook, Talk Up on Twitter, Talk Up Live on Instagram. We're gonna share all this stuff like we always do. We're waiting for Curtis Lynch from Necessary Mayhem to call in, and I think he should be calling in any minute now. Looking forward to this interview because it's a really big deal. We gotta say shout out to PrinceRoyal in the building. Do remember Friday, May 1st is all about Purple and White, which is always an epic event, always rammed, always heavily supported from people all over. Prince, you ready?
Hey, man, I just wanted to call. We're ready.
All right. All right, we're going to talk to you just in a little while. So I think we have Mr. Lynch on the line right now. Good evening. You're on Talk Up Live.
Hey, cousin.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Mr. Lynch?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate this.
Thank you very much. This is my first interview in America, so this is great.
Oh my gosh, we feel extra privileged because of that, especially because of the caliber producer that you are.
Too kind, too kind. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are very welcome. So I know a little bit about your background, but why don't you tell our listeners worldwide who you are, where you came from, and how you got started?
Oh wow, I'll be here all day. But first of all, my name is Curtis Lynch. I'm based in London, the record producer from London, and well, how did I get started? I guess I started from the I was a producer. I guess. Well, I was beginning of the, you know, into music and production and even production of DJing or always involved in music from a very young age.
Okay, and you are originally from the UK?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
But I originally from the UK parents, so you know, growing up it was you know, it's always reggae. It's great.
Well, absolutely, because I listened to some of your previous work earlier, like the work you did with Alicia Keys and John Legend, Buju, and, you know, major artists like that, Gregory Isaacs, you know, legends such as those. So, and I know you're working on the Curtis Lynch project currently, and we have a special release coming out called Let It Go. So give us just a little background about that single and the entire project.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, after there's, you know, the some of the artists that you just mentioned, you get to a stage where, you know, you want to do kind of like the project of your own. So it's almost like, you know, this is working with so many great artists and so many great songwriters and so on. And I thought it was just time to you know, this project is a lot of fun. I can be free and you know, not tied. It's not as difficult as, you know, when you're working with the record company, you're working to a deadline or something. With this project, I've been able to, you know, control it and work with people that I really want to, and with some great people in as with this track, Let It Go, you know, Shola Hammer is, I've known Shola for years. We kind of started off, to be honest, and she's a great songwriter for me. So, and she does more R&B, she does more soul in the UK. So I like to get different styles of artists, different genres on stage, and you know, it always comes across really well because, you know, when they have that groove, as long as you can write a song, it's always about the song. The song is the most important thing. So that's kind of what I focus on.
Well, I've heard a little bit of the single Let It Go because it hasn't been released yet, but I heard a snippet of it and I think it's absolutely dope. And you mentioned Shola. You're welcome. You mentioned Shola. Who else? I know there are two other artists on it. Tell us about those artists and how this kind of came together.
Well, on the one track, I thought it would be very interesting for the track about and life very much as a friend, but he's trying to persist and take it and listen. Not going any, we want just my friends. We're not going any further than friendship. So, and is known over here for being very cheeky and you know, is what she wants to say. So I thought that getting her on the verse would be really interesting because of the subject matter, and she was great with it. And then you have Frisco, who is from a big crew out here, a big grind crew over here called Boys XNL.
And for those who don't know what grind is, that's like hardcore hip hop, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like okay, like Danny Brown, the rapper, he is heavy into grind. He loves all the grind artists. I mean, when Kaye came over here, he actually was on stage with the man that I got on this track and that whole crew. So it's kind of like, yeah, you could say that it is hardcore hip hop, but with a British, it's very British. The way that the things that we talk about, and then even the beat, it's grind. The style of the name of that genre is grind, and it is it is exactly like what the title says. So, and he's got his first British on the track as well. So it's really complimenting each other on the track.
Okay. So with that collaboration, you've been getting a lot of buzz. This is a very buzzworthy. Do you think it's because the collaboration of those types of artists and the genres is why the buzz is so big?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that we have to make music newsworthy. There has to be a reason, and my buzz for this year, my two buzzwords or excitement. It's got to excite me. It has to be excited and it has to be newsworthy. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm really pleased that, because making the track, I had a blast, like with all of them.
We're kind of losing you on your signal there.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, so it was just it's good to have all three of them together and with the different styles, and yeah, it would create a buzz because they're from three different worlds. To be honest, you've got the R&B, you've got the grind, and you've got the reggae dancehall, and then they're from completely different worlds, but they match and they work well together.
I know when Flair from PR from Klean PR first mentioned this to me, I told her, it reminded me, just her telling me about it, it reminded me of something like a Jah Cure and Alicia Keys and a John Legend, not a John Legend, but like, I don't know, what's the hip hop artist I referenced? I can't remember, but it kind of reminded me of that kind of mix, and it delivered, but it gave like a whole different perspective, and I appreciate it. So what are your expectations?
That's basically about people. I'd like exactly what the across the world they can hear and sound. It's almost like making a new genre. So in the entire collaboration, the whole genre transcending thing you got going on, I hate to say thing, it is appeal, and it is music because it's crossing all barriers we did, but a few other people globally are helping to change that, so it's awesome. So Let It Go is coming out when? It comes out on Tuesday the 5th, next Tuesday, the 5th of, I think it's midnight. It's Cinderella. That's what we call it. We call it
We are absolutely looking forward to it and putting it in rotation and getting it out here so we can get that entire crossover. We have 2 of the most prominent DJs in the DMV, well, 3 actually, prominent DJs in the DMV, and we're going to share it with them. We got to say shout out to Fyah Oats, PrinceRoyal, and Whyteboi the DJ, and we'll definitely send it to them upon release to get it out here, pushing it as much as we can to the different audiences that they appeal to.
That's great news. That's really good news. I mean, I really appreciate it, and you know, it's a thing to have music played in America, and just to have it, you know, from this angle, from its raw form, rather than it being necessarily from a major artist or a major record company. It's good that we could start, you know, with something like this and build and. Like you said, the buzz for it is like is the nature, which is great. So, you know, thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, one other question before you go: do you have any apprehension about the crossover, or are you like getting, you know, putting on tours and all that? Do you have any angst, any apprehension, or are you just gung ho? Are you just ready for it all?
Yeah, I'm definitely that kind of person. You know, if I'm going to do something, there's no middle ground. Either it's 100% or it's not at all. So for me, I'm like, yeah, we are taking it on the road. We are institutions. Shannon and I are finishing an EP, which is coming soon as well. And there's more collaborations on that as well. But yeah, we're going on the road. I've got no apprehension at all. I think it's good. I think it's good for the music. I think that it's you know, in terms of what we were speaking about earlier, like in terms of like the songs coming from a different angle on a reggae beat. It's cool. I think it's great. I like things like that.
Well, we're looking forward to it. I know you worked with artists like Alicia Keys, as we mentioned earlier, Etana, Taurus Riley, Busy Signal, and a whole bunch of other people. Are there any artists that you're looking forward to working to from various genres?
I would really love to work with CeeLo. I think he's got an amazing voice. I love that kind of, that strong voice. Obviously, I got to work with John Legend, but I always wanted to work with him. I think he's great. But, you know, something that I would really like to work with his voice is amazing. Definitely.
Well, he is
Can you imagine CeeLo on the reggae track?
I know, that would be crazy.
That would be hot.
That would be crazy. That would be buck, nuts, totally. So.
Definitely. We should make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Okay, I'll try my best. I'll plug in. Tuesday, May 5th is on that one. Tuesday, May 5th, and it'll be released on largeup.com, correct?
Yeah, so they get to it's premiered on LargeUp, which is really exciting as well. We also have a video with the behind the scenes that's coming soon as well. That should be on Tuesday as well, I think. So we'll get to see the madness with us in the studio and doing all sorts of things. It's good, it's cool. It's like a mini documentary kind of thing.
Well, we are all looking forward to it. Just a little bit I heard, I was kind of like moving my hips. I was singing out loud. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I said, this is it for the summer. This is it for the summer. So we are absolutely looking forward to it, and we wish you the utmost success.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if anybody wanted to get in touch with you, could they go through a Klean?
Yeah, they can find me Curtis Lynch at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and also the label. My label is Necessary Mayhem. It's the same Necessary Mayhem at Twitter, at Facebook, and our website, necessarymayhem.com. You can find me.
And if they wanted to purchase it, could it be found on the website as well? Or are you releasing it on iTunes?
Yes, we've got it coming out on all the major platforms, so iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, and then we also have it on the website, NYCTime.com.
Okay, sounds great, Mr. Lynch. It has been a pleasure, and I am pleased that we were the first U.S. interview.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much. It's an honor. Thank you.
The honor is all ours, and I know there's many more to come once they hear the music that you are putting out. So thank you so much, and we look forward to all the future holds, and we hope to have you back on again soon.
Definitely, I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. We gotta say shout out to Claire from Acclaim PR. I keep wanting to say PR Acclaim. I don't even know because I'm so accustomed to like PR. Claire and PR are synonymous. So we gotta say shout out to Claire for that one. That was awesome. And I'm telling you, once it is released, we are going to share it, put it in heavy rotation, and y'all are gonna like it. Y'all know I know music, right? So you're gonna love it. I'm telling you. Shout out to Wayne's World Kelly in the building. All right, so we are gonna pay some bills, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have another mix from Oats, and we're gonna talk to MrPurpleNWhite himself, PrinceRoyal. Yes. Take time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about.
President.
Like, no. Be right back.
Turn up.
We're gonna clean it up and then put it out. I was like, I know what you talking about. I'm not even gonna respond. You crazy as Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is your girl Candy B, and you're listening live to Talk Up Live on BlazinRadio.com. We just had a great interview from the man himself, Curtis Lynch from Necessary Mayhem. Look out for his debut single, Let It Go, from the Curtis Lynch Project, coming out Tuesday, May 5th to the general public, but will be released on largeup.com on Monday, May 4th. We are definitely going to get that out there. We're going to put a press release out, courtesy of Klean PR, and get his single in rotation. We're going to get into our next mix of the evening. Oats, what's going on, bro? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You all right? I know we got a lot of stuff coming up this hour too, and I'm going to talk about something that happened to me today that really kind of blew my mind in the DMV area. On Wednesday, we're having an event at the Jerk Pit for the kids with the, the tensions rising, especially with the Baltimore area between police and citizens. So we're going to have something for our children. You can come out here. We're going to have police officers and attorneys and that kind of stuff. So the kids will know, what to do, what to say, how to do it, what not to do. But once I put that out there, something very peculiar happened. And it was just mind-boggling to me, and it just kind of let me know the mindset of some of the people that we're dealing with out here. So stay tuned in for that one. Good evening. Shout out to StepTowardAwareness in the building. Come on in. So we're going to get into our next mix of the evening. We have an interview with the nonprofit Step Towards Awareness and Brown Girls Wellness, Inc. It's an event going down June 7th. So we're going to have a mini interview with Miss Nadia as well. So, Oats, why you pass back the mic, bro? And of course, we gotta talk to PrinceRoyal. We gotta talk to PrinceRoyal. I'm about to get all up inside now. Should I start with you, though? All right. So we talked about the events we have coming up this summer. I don't know. I hate the word fight or anything like that. But what do you think about the DMV party scene right now? I can't even say dance hall to you because, as you said, you're global. So what do you think about the DMV scene right now?
When you say fight, I guess you're already going into one kind of thing. So, I mean, honestly, it's always been a fight. You know what I'm saying? But then it's always been going on. So at the end of the day, it's going to be there forever. But we are building a dance hall. From back in the days, me and you, Candy B, got your baby, original.
Is that?
You know what I'm saying? When we used to go on Thursday nights, we used to do Copper House, and then they go Shop High, and then they go, you know what I'm saying? So they always been closing out clubs and whatever, but we've always united to make something happen. So at the end of the day, whatever, it's gonna happen. But come on, everybody else. Come on, everybody else, let's get together. Tomorrow night with that purple and white, right?
Yes. Absolutely. Ready to be announced. So,
yeah.
I'm going to save that for the next hour. I'm going to wait till everybody a little we're free up to talk. So, but anyway, we're ready for your next mix. Anytime you're ready. Anytime you're ready.
Whyteboi got me on that kind of vibe.
Yo, you don't know, see myself, you know about squatting on the dance, and we're going to get for the one up here, one, enough, man. So I'm the Excuse as we play the beat tune one time. No more squat, run the track.
All right, guys, everybody, this is Nadia. She has her own nonprofit named Step Towards Awareness. There's an event coming up June 7th. That's Fyah Oats, Whyteboi, Gabby, Kaye, Chris, Fashionista, and Whyteboi World. You okay?
and two of us squad. Man, I'm blind with a vibes from the car. Done with the crime and the charm. Touch your road fresh like river water. White teeth, type of Fyah Oats, the dogs have a burn and water. And the first of the dogs for a song. When we are who are the car, I feel the car. We tell them, happy time. When I'm on the road, it's a night. In the clothes, from the world, and how they politicians on the moon shot around the
Fyah Oats. Some of them say, so we you can not turn my cup on the radio, you can not. So we you can not watch us. You can not score them, not sweep them, not up the fight, or them them a follow me and lead them up the and I go to the my head. Them a set up to the falling and that one time and I'm there. So all who are here from the call down, yes, them a go disappointed. Yeah.
I got to give them more life for it. One to delete them, one more life for it. The life so I heard the last thing I go watch over. It's time to slide. It's time to slide. Today, right, that's alright, right, and alright, no one can survive. Let me feel what I can on the side, I'm gonna higher heights. So you can say what you want to and do what you want to, it's no concern to me. Now it's not all I'm on, it's my mission, to do my destiny. Oh, shine, today, it's a flower, I'm listening, smile, I'm feel it, I'm fire, it's fine, it's You're gonna love me, but if I'm over, hurry up my places and I'm back here to tell up the start of things. That when you're in a this and that boy sting on your yard in a night. This and that for your girl and girl, my crime. If you know me, run me down the street like white line. Need me like you don't sleep, yeah. Tell that a man about your time session. The enough of your life, you not too care. As I left out of your yard, me and fear like you. Need me. Do I want love to receive it? She need me. That's what you want. You gotta give it a man, you don't see him.
Me and you might, we can't do it so much. What I beg, so see, we can't do it. I made such a change, one man, two, so.
Spend me the game on you. I mean, for your boss, I'll give up.
We can't do it, oh man, what I beg, so see, we can't do it. I made such a change, one man, two, so.
Baby, the game on you. I mean, you feel on you. I mean, for your only day, you're so big up, stress. I hear you, something that's awesome. There's a big up, stress. You're so that's what I'm when she come back, no more swabbing me place. Enough time they go brave, just to get that taste. Then bring the vibration, then bring the sensation. She styling you a take, them shy at you rock it, roll right to the sea. Barbados straight to GT. Fyah Oats don't get them melody. So carry it a baseline. Them shy at no waste time now. Go box what is good. Go on them will make it right. Go box one. Bass, them shy at bass. And she got back. No more stopping the place. Enough time they go play. Just to get that taste. Then bring the vibration. Then bring the sensation. She's styling you. Then shy at you. Okay. We're right to the sea.
Welcome back. This is your girl Candy B.
And this is your girl Kaye Jamnice. I feel it.
Yes, you just soak ahead. And we got Kelly Black is another soak ahead in here. What? And tell them who you are. All right, OG. Oats. I didn't even know they was cutting soda dogs, yo. And why am I late? Why did we Ben Shires in Port Global? Lord. Oh. I thought it was you, Fonzie, and Adama.
Then you got DJ DC, then you got DJ Curry, then you have, Ben Shire. And yeah, it's the whole team. The whole thing.
The big thing.
I mean, the like how you have Powerhouse. What we basically wanted to do is just become a power within ourselves, right? It's basically each individual is their own entity. And once you are known as your own entity, when you come together, that's power in itself. You know what I mean? Global Squad.
Absolutely. So tell the people again who is Global Squad for the ignorant people.
Global Squad
like
is yours truly, the general. Anywhere I go, you know what I mean? I'm a representative all over the world. All that global representative, Fyah Oats. Also my brother Fonzie, my brother DJ Curry. Oh, I can't forget also, I never could forget him. Ross Pelly, wherever you stand up, think of my brother Ross Pelly. We just upped up some commas in Guyana a little while ago.
It's easy to mess up some commas in Guyana, though.
Hey, look, we doubled up commas up there.
Yeah, we still millionaires south of Guyana.
Listen, little bit of money make you millionaire, baby.
Thanks, Brad.
Up some commas, you know what I'm saying?
I'm still on the decimals. My remix on the decimals.
So, Global Squad, Ross Pelly, Ben Shire, Fonzie, Fatima, Pastor Socialite, DJ Curry, DJ DC.
We got a caller. Good evening, caller. You're on Talk Up Live.
Do you want me to be cordial, or you want me to be the nice guy, political guy that I am? Which one do you want?
Just talk up.
Right. I don't want.
Do what you want.
I want you to hang up the phone and let's continue the show because I know who this is.
You never know what it is because I was cautious, held tight, a mild attitude. What's going on, people? Everything going to show. Good. I was cautious, too tight, a while. I was the sideline. I know it's your last show or whatnot, but it is what it is. It was a drinking time about this in my idea.
All right, so what you want to talk up about, Mr. Unico?
I like your power, Eddie Trump.
Bye-bye.
I never think about telling you, my arm goes from another woman. A long time you've been trying this road, do your thing. I never call it and not say, hey, up and do your thing,
Respect.
What's in your cup?
Unico, big of yourself. Long time before you was even a DJ. What you drinking? You know what I mean? Look at my high school friend there. Prince. Look at my high school friend.
We go way back when. But carry over. Lately, we talk about some better things. Move on. Hey, big of yourself. I know I'm here for you. On you. And we will talk about that online.
Kaye just got back from the beach, so
Hey.
She does big things. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what he said.
Oh,
I'm just messing with that. I'm just messing with you.
Now I had to just call it in and all up, you don't know how it is, They was calling them Oats, the Joe GT family candy B. I gotta get my cheap promos in, of course. May 30th, the pool party thing. Break up. Yes. I always gotta do that. Always. May 30th, we got the pool party cookout tickets on sale right now. Father's Day, that joint is gonna be bigger and different because this year we're doing a pool party. And August looking for Revolution versus Love People to crash. We doing outside cookout, There's different things, man. It's all around. And I cannot forget. I don't know what keep me off. But the Trinity family, the GT Independence, May 30th. That joint is going to be crazy. If you're at the pool party, you get a half price.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Unico, I have one question for you. What's in your cup?
It's in my cup.
What is in your cup?
How about you know me? What's in my cup? Not healthy?
Figure that.
Brown bomber.
You're a little extra tonight.
I'm always extra, yo. Yo, one thing about me, I love life. Nobody can take it from me. And no matter what I'm going through, with struggles, with stress, yo, I'm gonna be good. Big up the people in Baltimore, keep it strong. Yo.
Unico, don't worry about the struggles and stress.
Wait, it's like the only dude from Baltimore.
Unico, raise the glass. We're about to do a toast right now.
All right, bless up, baby. Good night, man.
All right, bro. Respect.
Just see the energy. You want to get us a little bit? Tomorrow you wake up and just thought about it brand new, you know. That's how we do.
Brand new.
All right, go PM, go in your bed. Good night.
Respect. Big up Raw Unico Sound. You heard all of those events he got coming up. So we're gonna get
all of it. Right, big up Raw, big up yourself.
Absolutely, that's my friend.
You
Straight
in your
up.
head.
Okay, I'm sure Fresh there too. So big up Fresh. All right, so we're gonna get into an interview with Prince in just a couple of minutes, but we're gonna start with Nadia first from StepTowardAwareness because she has an event coming up June 7th. And we want to get some particulars about it. So,
Okay, Prince, I won't bite you.
yes, she will, Prince. She bites. Okay, so how are you doing this evening? All the way from Texas?
Yes, flew in yesterday.
Wow. Okay, we can't hear you.
The shy voice.
You gotta put it on to your Texas.
There you go. That's what I call it.
Say it to your mouth.
Girl, right. But yes, thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for coming. I know you're coming through to get the event together. Can you? Yeah, I know you're coming through to kind of finalize some of the parts of the event. We had to take a pause for the cause talker family. You know, we turn up, but sometimes we got to turn down. Not even turn down, but just pause for the cause for something bigger than ourselves, which is what you're doing.
Yes.
So you came in to kind of finalize the event and tell us about the event, the date, and all of the specifics.
Yeah. So I did come in to finalize the event. I went to the center today. It's a beautiful facility. I'm very impressed with the location. So we did finalizations and everything today. So we are set for June the 7th. It's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And what we really did was just get families together, and they painted on canvas in the middle of the month. We still have a couple parents still painting with their kids. And what we're going to do is take those paintings and we're going to auction them off on June the 7th. So it's really raising funds for another nonprofit that I'm working very close with. Her name is Rita. I'm sure she's listening on the line. And she's with Brown Girl Wellness. And I found that her organization is doing so much positive things for individual women in the community. And we wanted to work closely with her to raise funds for her organization so she can continue doing what she does for the organization. The good thing about the event is you can bring your kids. It's a kid-friendly event.
That was one thing that people kept asking me, like, I know it's kids involved, but can we bring kids?
Yes, I definitely encourage you. It's a family event. It's a day to spend time with your family and enjoy the evening with your family. So we have kid-friendly activities that we're going to have at the event as well. So definitely bring the kids out.
So what are some of the activities you'll have for the kids? So
for the kids. But we do have different painting activities for them to do. We have movies that they can watch. We have volunteers who will help us with the kids as well if the parents want to go off and do something else. Can't leave us too long with the kids, but we definitely have kid-friendly activities for everyone. We have a fashion show that's going to happen as well. It's very tempting. Miss Tempest is going to come out with her clothing line, and she's going to show us what she has. And then we have, for another hour, we're going to recognize Women of the Year. And we're going to give them plaques and certificates because we have so much positive women in the community that's doing so many good things, and we want to recognize them for what they do. So we're going to give out some awards as well.
That is awesome because so many times we just don't you know, women every day, and nobody ever stops and says, you know what, hey,
you're doing a
you're doing a great
Great
job.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
Exactly. So we definitely want to encourage.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we definitely want to encourage families to come out, that to recognize the woman that's doing so much positive things in the community and have a great successful event. We have just today, don't want to ruin the surprise, but we have Best Buy who donated a 40-inch television for us to raffle off. They called me today, so we're gonna have some raffles going. So, and then we have a basket that's worth.
I'm moving soon. I'm involved, so can I even get? Never mind. Go ahead.
Claim it. We win. There you go. There you go. So definitely come out. You can win great prizes. We have door prizes. We have food. We have everything that's needed for the day to be a really great event.
And what day is it? And what's the time frame?
Yeah, so it's June 7th. It is on a Sunday. It's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's perfect timing. You can get right back to, I know, a Sunday activity. So we didn't want to take the whole Sunday. So from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, could you tell us a little bit, like, what is the location and the name of the event?
Of course. See, remind me. So it's like Keller Hall. And I'm going to have some flyers. And if you all look up Step Toward Awareness on Facebook, it's going to be on my webpage as well. And you can go to StepTowardAwareness.org and get information there. And to purchase tickets for the event, very important, you can go to Eventbrite and look up Red Ties and Pearls, our auction. Yeah. So I want you guys to realize that this is a dress up type of event.
Wow.
You get to put on your best dress and come out and enjoy.
So the kids get to put on their little suits and their dresses.
Exactly. It's like an Easter Sunday type of dress. Exactly.
Don't waste the outfit for
Repeat the outfit. Exactly. From Easter, you can bring it right back out. And ladies, remember to wear your pearls. And fellas, remember to wear your red ties.
That is cute. Now, I heard, now correct me if I'm wrong, I heard there's an after party.
So we're going to party with DJ Majestic. He is going to be in the building. And he is going to be our DJ from 7 to 8 p.m. We have a dance floor already set up, so we're going to stay at the location, and then we can party for another hour and a half after the event.
That is so nice. And who are the proceeds benefiting?
So the proceeds are benefiting Brown Girl Oneness, and she is going to use the funds to, she's trying to open up a facility really for women to come and get guidance, so to speak. For anything that they need, and she is open to the public. So it's Brown Girl Wellness, and you can also look her up on Facebook as well under Brown Girl Wellness.
Oh my gosh, this kind of gave me chills. Like Kaye always says, the hairstyle got
motivated.
Yeah. Can you tell us the motivation behind your foundation?
Of course, of course. So 2 years ago, my cousin and I, Alicia and myself, we wanted to start a nonprofit organization, but didn't know what cause did we want? Because everyone has high blood pressure, sickle cell, breast cancer, things of that nature. But when we researched, we realized that these organizations are struggling day by day to continue what they're doing because they don't have the funds needed. The government isn't really giving a lot of grants to organizations to run their organization. And as nonprofits, you have to be really careful of how you get your funding. So we saw a need for fundraising for nonprofit organizations. So what we did was we go out into the community and we find organizations that need help, and we come up with creative ways of raising funds. For example, this art auction that we're doing. And that way people are able to get involved with the organization, they get to learn more about the organization, and they get to participate as well with the organization. So the meaning behind my cousin and I coming up with Step Toward Awareness was definitely to go out into the community and help other nonprofits so they can continue doing what they do.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's actually genius. That's an angle no one ever thinks about, because a nonprofit always needs funding, thus it being a nonprofit.
Exactly.
That's actually genius. You gotta be Caribbean.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
It's in Trinidad.
It is Trinidad. Right on the heavenly right. Yes. So I am from Trinidad and my cousin as well. And we're just so happy to come back. I used to live in Maryland, so we're happy to come back, and I get to visit some friends as well here in Maryland, and we travel all over. We don't just stick to one area.
Are you in Trinidad as well, or you building?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, we do things everywhere. Yes.
Now, are you open to like other businesses that are for profit to donate, not just funds, but like whatever their services are? You know, like how you said you're doing giveaways at the door and that kind of stuff?
Right. So what we are looking for, if you are a business out there that's looking at the show tonight and you would like to donate or sponsor an item from your organization, definitely reach out to us. We can broadcast you on the day of the event. So definitely sponsorship is key. We can only do but so much, but definitely businesses is our key to success as well. So if you would like to sponsor, definitely reach out and let us know.
A lot of, I know you've mentioned the website and stuff, but a lot of people want to know what the number is. So they can call directly. Of
course, definitely. So the number to reach us is 866-990-7740. Again, it's 866-990-7740.
And we will definitely provide that information on our Talker page, and as well, we are covering the event.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that. We've never, you know, been in a position to do nonprofit. We've covered all different types of events, but we've never done nonprofit. And this is not the camera we're using, so don't be.
Right?
No, that's not it. That's not what we're using. And we're really looking forward to it. And you know, I know we had discussed some things before, because this is such a worthy cause. We are going to donate weekly blasts starting Monday up until the event. That's what we can do.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that will definitely help and get the word out there. So we definitely appreciate all that you guys have done for us. We are so appreciative. And we have the red carpet set up for you guys to do your interviews. So red carpet.
Cannot wait. Yes. So yeah, we'll do that for you guys starting on Monday, and we're looking forward to. He's wearing his velvet outfit anyway.
What a red tie.
So to reiterate, it is Sunday, June 7th, 4 to 7 p.m. We have an after party for an hour and a half with DJ Majestic, and give us the address one more time.
So off the top of my head, I know it's 5440. Oh, it's off the top of my head.
What city is it in?
It's in Columbia.
Okay, Columbia, Maryland.
It's in Columbia, Maryland. It's not too far. I found like a middle section where it's not far for anyone to come onto the event.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
So I will provide you with the flyer and things of that nature so that you can have it.
All right. Well, we are in all the way gung ho, and we are so proud to even be associated with something so and beautiful, because so much funding has been gone, especially for women and women's causes. So.
Exactly.
Oh, we thank you so much, and the kids, right?
Exactly.
So we thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Of course. My first time here, I lived in Maryland for so long, so my first time here.
Did you try to?
I'm going to try that.
Okay.
Yes.
You have some more time. Maybe
not on the air. Not on the air.
Okay. Right, okay.
All right, well, thank you so much again, Nadia, and we cannot wait till June 7th.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. I hope you stick around. If not, we
definitely will.
Okay, awesome.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're changing the hot seat, and we're right on time with it. Speaking of hot, who is the hottest thing right now in this room?
Right here.
Hot.
Me, right here. Right?
Shout out to Sally. She like me. I'm the hottest thing in the room right now. Shout out to Roddy Sick in the building. Shout out to Roddy Blanc in the building. We got the Rosses in the building. All right, now you're in the hot seat. Where's the red light, guy? Where's the red lights? Just a red light special. All right.
All right, PrinceRoyal is here now.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Candy. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Gabby.
Yes.
Hello, how are you?
Good evening, ladies.
Welcome.
Good evening.
That's my sexy voice.
Do it one more time. All right, we got Mr. Purple and White himself in the the building. His dance is tomorrow night. It is a staple annual event. It is always run out, always heavily supported, always well promoted, and he always delivers the vibes. You've been in this game a long time. So what motivated you to even start DJing and then follow up into promotion?
You know what's funny? Next year is going to be 20 years.
Wow. You are totally telling your age right now.
You know what? I've been doing it since I was like 12, 13. So do the math. So
55. So you still young. You still young. You still young. You still young. If you're under 35, you're still young, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, but like, what was your main motivation to even start?
You know what's funny? Music is kind of like my everything. You know, and it's kind of like you have to have that passion to be in it this long, because it wasn't always good.
Right.
You know, and you just have to like have that drive to stick with it and just know that it's gonna pay off. And like over the years, I've just always had that, plus the talent.
Yes, you are very talented. We will give you that. So you said 20 years strong now.
Yeah, well, almost 20. Next year will be 20 years. Yeah.
Okay, and this is what year annual for Purple and White?
Purple and White. Well, actually, this for Purple and White itself, this is going to be, I want to say, the sixth year I'm doing it. But actually, my birthday party, I've been doing it since 2002.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you just created a theme lesser on in the
later
on.
Well, at first, I kind of took the day over from Bashman Link Up, because they used to do red and white the first week of May.
Yeah.
And then they stopped doing it, and I kind of like picked it up, and I did red and white for like 2 years.
Okay.
And after I did red and white, I was like, you know what? I kind of like want to do my own thing. I don't want to continue something somebody else was doing.
Yeah.
So I just switched the colors to purple and white.
So now, is purple your favorite color?
Right. That's what I was talking about.
Purple and blue.
So what makes the white?
Wow.
The
You know,
wholesomeness.
you have to like have something to offset it. You can't be just Bonnie purple.
Bunch of people in there looking like Barney. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, listen, that's something that's like offset it with the white.
Why wasn't it purple and white?
Because I think white complements purple.
I agree. From fashionista standpoint, I was just curious what made you think of the color.
All right, so you do have an extensive history in the DMV. You were never on King Sound, were you?
No.
Okay, but you were on, what other sound were you on?
Well, all right. From high school, let me just give you the history. Let me just give you the history from high school, from straight up. I was on an original part of the original Louisdale crew.
Oh,
so that's where I started.
Nice.
All right, in Louisdale.
Me too. I went to
in
Louisdale
high school,
and Langley Park.
Exactly. So you know, Newberry Square everywhere, right? So I started out in high school in Louisdale with my high school sound called Exhibition, and it was me, Bruce, and Sean, and Ricardo. And after that, then I went to Upsetter.
With Soca?
Soca.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
We had that whole Copper House movement.
That is a little piece of dancehall history that I
Nobody
totally
knows, right?
missed.
So I was with Upsetter for like 4 years. We did Copper House, Shanghai, a little bit of turntables, everything. After Upsetter, Club Hollywood. Yes, I forgot about that. After Upsetter, I started playing Lexus Superior.
Get the freak out of here!
Yes. Yeah.
I know you played Zone 1. I knew that.
I started playing Lexus Superior with Gangsta and Country and all of them. It was just me by myself playing the song, but I was Lexus Superior. And then, you know, things happen. Gangsta he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he's in England right now. You know that he's in England.
I know, he's my friend on Facebook.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, pick up Gangsta in the Fyah stuff, you know. And then after Lexus Superior, I did Zone 1.
Now that is when you were like official, like you were on the map, but that's when you were like officially on the map.
So, you know, I did my time on Zone 1, and after Zone 1, I made up my mind that I was going to be a solo act. So I started doing DJ Prince. And that didn't last long because then Trigger came to me, and at the time he was running solo, so he was just like, he just made the proposition like, yo, well, you solo, I'm solo, let's just combine and just do what we do. And we did, and we just
did you ever, when you made the announcement that you were, you know, going out on your own, literally, I was at my desk and I even posted it. I was like, yo, I think a tear just rolled down my eye because there was no better collaboration than the two of you guys.
Right.
When y'all got together, and shout out to Slaughter, don't get me wrong, but Slaughter's always been like doing his own thing, like everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? He went away for a while and then he came back and now he's like doing his stuff with DeMarco and everything. Shout out to DeMarco, by the way. We got some news for him in the next hour. But when you were like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing, and I respect that, you know, I respect that. I'm not just someone, you're gonna go after your own destiny and all of that. Was there something that happened that you were like, you know what, because the streets were crazy. I was like,
well, you know, everybody's gonna speculate and try to put their own story to everything that happened. But for me, it was just time. You know, when you're doing something and you just feel like you've reached the pinnacle or the highest point that you can get, but you know you want more for yourself, you want to get to that point where you feel like you can get to. So for me, it was kind of like stepping out on faith and doing my own thing and get to that higher level. And I feel somewhat that I've accomplished that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Definitely.
Absolutely. There's no going around that. You have really, you know, hit the stratosphere of our area and beyond with your solo career, and now you're with Powerhouse.
Yeah.
This is outside of DJing though.
Yeah, this Powerhouse is something completely separate from what I'm doing.
Right.
Which we can get into that if you want to ask anything about Powerhouse.
Absolutely. Okay, so
You know,
about Powerhouse.
But wait, we ain't finished with the half crazy question yet.
Okay.
So there was so much speculation going on, and you know, we had Trigger on a couple months ago, and he gave his perspective on it, and of course he bigged you up, and he was like, you know, when a man wants to step out and do his thing, you gotta respect him to do that. But there was so much crap being said on the road. Are y'all still friends? Did that even affect your friendship?
Well, I mean, of course, me doing my own thing, we are not like we used to be, but we're still cordial with one another. I would never see Trigger and walk past him when I say hello, you know? But we're kind of like on two different paths right now, where he's doing his thing and I'm doing my thing. If we see each other out, we speak, you know, and we just keep it like that. We keep it professional.
Right.
You know, and I pride myself in that. The Pasa King, you will never hear my name with that. You know, so that's not a part of PrinceRoyal Entertainment. So if somebody want to speculate, I can't stop them. I know, Trigger know, and we just keep it moving.
Okay. We're gonna leave it right there then.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we gonna talk about, don't be saying that.
I'm playing.
To an extent. I'm playing. No, but I respect that. And what I respect most about you guys, you know, making your own lanes, is that you have kept it professional. And that is one thing I do believe that is lacking, not just in our area, but in the entire genre, is the professionalism. A lot of people have built their careers when they leave or separate on the hype, on the pasa. So I gotta say shout out to you and Trigger on that with the professionalism. So speaking of professionalism, last week, Powerhouse, what Kaye was talking about, you guys did Dream Weekend. How was that? And being it was your first, you know, event as part of that group, you know, how did that come about and how was it?
Well, from my perspective, it was good. It was a success. It was a, huh?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. From my perspective, it was a success. I mean, of course, we did it on a Wednesday night. And Wednesday night is kind of like the hardest night to have an event, because when you're trying to cater to like working class people, it's not going to go over because people got to go to work in the morning.
Right.
You know, but we had a decent turnout. The folks from Dream Weekend, they were impressed. So now we're working on doing Excluse with them.
Ooh,
so Excluse coming to DC.
That's huge.
No, I'm just announcing it, no. Like, nobody will call us and say no, but I'm just saying it now because I'm here. We're working with them. We're going to be doing, we're currently looking for a venue and the right date to do it.
Okay.
So,
is that a daytime event?
It's going to be a daytime event on a Sunday evening.
Can I bring like 6 igloos?
Huh?
Can I bring like 6 igloos?
And you can bring as much igloos as you want. Really drunk.
Sorry,
No, I didn't hear you say that again.
sorry. So, okay, going back to my original question, tell us more about Powerhouse and how many involved and who's,
You know what's funny about Powerhouse? A lot of people feel like we've been planning this for like a very long time.
Okay.
When
Yo, shout out to the Illuminati.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel like everybody's been so close for so long.
Yeah,
It's
but
like it just makes sense.
it's just funny. I was at home one day and I got a text from Ida, and she said Prince. Oh, sorry.
She said Prince.
I gotta do it with Prince. Yeah. She was like, yo, Prince, we just need to sit down and talk and brainstorm. And then she called Spooky also, so we actually went to Ida's house, and the whole time I'm going there, I'm thinking, yo, you know, this is how Facebook started.
Oh, great!
Yes,
No,
yes, real talk,
You know?
yes.
So I went over there with no expectations, just to go over there, sit down and talk. Didn't know what we were going to talk about. So we just went there and we sat down and we started talking and brainstorming. And we just came up with this idea like, you know what, if all of us individually we're doing our thing, but what would happen if we all just came together and did something? And it's not, Powerhouse is not to shut anybody out, but it's kind of like just a group of friends that just came together and be like, yo, we're gonna support what each other do. Because like you know, in this game in DC, you said earlier, it's a lot of hate and it's a lot of fight. And I can talk to everybody in Powerhouse. It's not about fighting, it's just about coming together. So if people see us coming together, and it's not to be an Illuminati or whatever, we're not stopping anybody else from coming together with their friends and be like, yo, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to accomplish. And that's what Powerhouse is. Powerhouse, if you want to know,
sealed the Illuminati sign though.
so
I can say like it's top powerful. I'm not gonna say top powerful because it's a lot of talent in D&D dancehall. But what makes it better that you guys are all friends and that you guys bring different things to the table?
exactly.
And that's what
Everybody
makes it
that's
so
in
powerful.
Powerhouse brings the different talent to the table, and we can all come together and make it work. And there's no ego. When we sit in that room and have our little conference, there's no ego. If somebody has something to say, everybody listens and gives their perspective, and we just go from there.
And that's what makes it work. The teamwork makes the dream
Right.
work.
And that's something that Candy has been saying for the longest. Like, you know, at what point can we bring unity?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
it's a good look.
Yeah.
Good look.
Absolutely. And I mean, you guys are some of the most quote unquote powerful people in the DMV dance hall. Let's keep it real. 3 of you keep the most prominent events in the district for the entire year. So, I mean, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Right.
Who don't like it, fight it.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not a matter of who don't like it, fight it. From my perspective, like if you see what we're doing and it don't influence you to do something yourself,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's really nothing we can do for you. You know what I mean? The time you're gonna take and sit back and watch what we're doing and not try to do something yourself, you know, that's what kills me.
Well, you know, I'm a legal professional, so I'm offering my services up if you guys need any consultation.
And just to let you know, we're not against working with anybody else.
I know, but that is the most misguided notion that people think you guys are not approachable. You're not open to working with anyone else. You're not open to anything else other than what you people are doing.
No,
not you people.
That is so not true.
Yeah.
If we see like a way we can work with somebody else, we will work with them.
Speaking of working with people, let's go back to Dream Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know I gotta ask it. I've already been blocked from the page or whatever, so what happened with the whole thing with Necessary Presence and
Lord.
couldn't
All right.
Yeah, you know I gotta ask. I've already been blocked from a couple of pages.
All right. Let me try to answer this
Politically?
I'm gonna try to be as politically correct as possible.
That's why I say presidency is in your future.
All right. What happened with the whole necessary presence thing and the whole powerhouse? We've been promoting this event for like at least 3 months.
Everybody knows this.
But everybody can see it.
Right.
And then, out the blue comes this flyer with necessary presence.
The day of the event.
Day of the event. Now, it's not the fact that the flyer came out. It's just the fact that there was no communication at all. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like if I'm gonna do something like that, I'm gonna call the original promoters and be like, look, I got to go ahead from such and such to do this, and this is what it is, and go from there. I'm not just gonna like put myself like I'm the main person doing it, and that's where it came in.
Right.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
I'm sipping my tea.
Y'all sipping tea, I'm sipping rum punch.
Everybody knows I want to be sipping, but I'm sipping my tea.
But a lot of people, a couple of people approached me and they're like, well, you can't keep, I didn't like how that was handled or whatever. And you know what I'm gonna say to them?
Mind your business?
No, not mind your business. It's kind of like, you know what? I know this had to be served. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, that had to happen for somebody else to know, like, if you're going to do this, you need to check yourself before you even think about doing this.
You was about to hit us with the Ice Cube lyric. I see you just
I know. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
No, but I mean, like, and this is just a generally speaking.
Communication is bottom line to any type of business aspect. Anybody who knows me, I will communicate before any type of violence or anything, because anything can be resolved by communication. Like, it's no disrespect to talk. It is the key to success. You got to know, hey, I'm about to drop a flyer. Do you mind?
It's no disrespect to Grace, but communication is key.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm about to communicate with you. If you slam them flyers down one more time, my little punch is about to tip over. Everybody knows Gabby.
Gabby will fight for it. We know that.
Right.
Anyway, I'm glad you addressed that. Just everybody had like a big ass question mark over their head over that one. Like,
it wasn't that serious.
I don't know, you don't do that in any aspect of life.
Right.
But anyway, speaking of question marks, I know you ain't giving up the venue for tomorrow night.
I will probably like tomorrow evening.
All right.
Not right now.
Well, probably. So tell us what you have planned for tomorrow night. Tell us who's on your lineup.
Man, tomorrow night is gonna be awesome. Like, you're gonna get a little bit of everything.
Red carpet offer?
Purple carpet?
Oh, okay.
Like all the music.
They play
all the music at dance, honey.
Wait, Steve Bashman.
All night.
That dude is like my brother.
Steely gonna cuss me out again, but I'm gonna say, are you coming through and playing hip hop again, Steely? You remember that conversation? You remember that conversation?
But you know what's funny? A lot of people ask me, yo, why do you use Steely every year? But honestly, know this about Prince. I'm very loyal to what I do and who I do it with.
Yeah.
And Steely been with me from day one.
Awesome.
Sonic 71 been with me from day one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, if I don't have a flat tire, I'm not changing that tire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm working with the same people that's been working with me.
Yep.
So Steely will be there. Sonic 71 will be here. Then my brother Ricky Platinum. And I think we asked Ricky Platinum.
Yeah. Bread.
Good. Top Marie, ready to go. Ricky, we go. And then Renner Stewart, he will be in the building.
Did you just get it?
What?
Right.
Like all other radio stations or
bugging.
All right, turn this mic off. Interview over.
No,
Shout out to Tambourine Radio.
That's where he is.
Yeah, we know.
That's where he is. That's where he is. So, and then I got my Virginia family coming in. I got Virginia represented. So,
you on radio stars right now.
Pete. And of course, the best paparazzi in the business, Kick Mix will be in the building, and Raylon will be in the building, and video by OQ. So, it's a good look. So I'm gonna do a shameless plug for the sister right now. So ladies, please log on to starjuboutique.com right now. You know, and if it's not too late, get your outfits for Purple and White. You know, that's Fyah's website. So you know, Purple and White is gonna have a little bit of everything. So every kind of music.
As it always does. I even I think one week here I wore purple and black and I got cursed out. I was like, I don't care. I had a ball. I won't even disclose a name at this point, but there's a confidentiality agreement. But I'm gonna wear brown and yellow if I have to make it there. So
nice.
Really, that's the type of event. It is. You make your way out. You make your way out to Purple and White.
Right.
Well, I have one question for you.
All right, what
because the outfit that I'm planning to wear is
mine don't wear outfit. Mine don't wear outfit.
Can I wear this suit?
Oh my
What if my skin was purple and white? But if a female decided to come out in a birthday suit because I skin purple and white, that's okay?
Yeah, you're a man. You don't wear clothes. Fully dressed.
I will be clothes. I will never wear my birthday suit.
You just gave me.
What are you gonna do? Bodysuit? Body paint?
No carnival outfit, Kaye. No carnival outfit.
I got you.
All right, Prince. We gotta take a commercial break, pay some bills, and we're coming back with a mix from. Oh, we got a caller. Okay, we got a caller.
Spotlight.
Good evening, caller. You're on TalkUp Live. Good evening, caller. You're on TalkUp Live.
Hello.
They changed their mind.
They don't want to talk up with us.
All right, well, call back if you can. Anyway, we got to pay some bills. We will return shortly. We're going to finish up our last mix with Fyah Oats. We're going to definitely get some more information for him because it's going to be his turn on the hot seat. We got to finish up with Prince, and we're going to get into some topics because I got a Ras Fire to bun tonight. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be nice. Blazing Radio, keep it locked.
Turn up. Chill. DJ birthday celebration going down Saturday midnight. That's right, Saturday midnight. We're going to leave 60.
Look at Short
Music like you want to look it's a night to test it because gas price for the just begin. 16 until New York, DJ
you gotta give me like 10, 15 minutes to do the mix and then I'm gonna get into the second. I left the fucking formats at work. Put it out on my desk.
Let me tell you,
I was just responding to her inbox. No, listen. I said I was just responding to her inbox.
Chicken, pork, fish, shrimp, oxtails, dough, tofu, what's wrong? On the online, we'll talk with 301 982.
We're going to talk about Baltimore. We're going to talk about Atlanta Wednesday.
Y'all know Carnival, what is the same?
You okay? Sure.
And you know this.
We gotta get you turned. We gotta get her turned. We gotta get her turned. Sneaker White on the set. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is your girl Candy B.
And this is your girl Kaye Jamnice, and we are broadcasting live at the Jerk Pit Restaurant.
This is DJ PrinceRoyal.
This your boy DJ Prince.
It's your boy PrinceRoyal. What up, baby?
Hello. All right, so we are in our last hour of the show. We've done a lot of talking up so far. We haven't put Oats on the hot seat yet, but it's coming very soon, as a matter of fact. But I just want Prince to plug one more time tomorrow night and where they can keep it locked to get the information. Do you have like an Eventbrite page or anything like that?
No, I'm definitely not doing Eventbrite.
Okay.
That's too hot.
All right. Okay.
Liz.
Well, people, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. So tomorrow, Purple and White 2015 is about a night called Ascension. And I know what everybody know what Ascension means. Up.
Right.
Way up.
Yep.
It's all about moving up to higher levels. All right, good. I can't release the venue right now, but stay tuned to my Facebook page or, you know.
Midnight, right? What is your Facebook page?
Yeah.
PrinceRoyal. PrinceRoyal. Follow me on Facebook, PrinceRoyal.
Yeah, and it's not spelled like
Come and
crazy
spell it.
with no
Come and
Z
spell
or.
it.
No.
Come
and
PrinceRoyal.
Common spelling.
Or PrinceRoyal Entertainment. Search either one on Facebook and you can find me. Just follow me and I'll keep you posted with the venue information. Hit me on Instagram, DJ PrinceRoyal. I'll also post it on Instagram. So tomorrow night, the annual Purple and White affair featuring Steely Bashment, Ricky Platinum, Renna Stone, and Sonic 71 special guest Junior Mix from Virginia. It will be a movie.
That boy can't play music. All right. You already get your turn up on a Thursday.
Please, I'm asking everybody, come out early. When you find out where it is, come out early.
The doors open.
Early. Doors open when you get there. Early.
You can't tell them early. I mean, doors open when you get there. 10.
Doors open at 10.
Thank you. Proper ID required.
Yeah. Come out early. Early arrival is suggested.
So what they get you to come out early?
Me.
Or they get you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there gonna be one?
There's no smoking allowed in DMV venue.
I'm not even gonna answer.
There's gonna be.
everybody's doing a hookah.
There's not gonna be no hookah. There's not gonna be no chalice. Not gonna be no smoking. No.
Oh, hookah is sexy.
No, exactly. That's
Hey, go again.
All right.
We're gonna do hookah at Gigi's Lounge. Yes. Gigi's Lounge.
All right, y'all. So tomorrow night is all about Purple and White. Make sure you come out early. Keep it locked on the Talk Up Live page. Make sure you get on PrinceRoyal page. Anybody that supports him, get on their page, and you will find out all the information you need to find out. Early arrival is mandatory. It's not suggested, it is mandatory. And if you have ever attended a Purple and White affair, you know by a certain time, it's like no parking, there's no space to, well, there's space to dance, but
I almost forgot like a very important detail.
Right.
Every single Taurus lady with an ID gets in absolutely free.
Me. What talk about ladies are Taurus?
I'm a Taurus born in July.
I'm an Aries, but I'm in the cusp. I'm in the cusp. I'm Aries, I'm right on the border.
We're talking like ladies. We are Taurus. We are everyone.
Is everyone?
All right, guys.
All right, then just have your ID. You're good.
All right. We're going to put all that information up there and make sure you come out and support somebody that supports everyone. Oats. Fyah Oats.
Come on. Hot seat.
Boy Wonder. No, I'm going to let you do your mix first, and then we're going to come back and put you in the hot seat.
Are we going to get into a topic first?
We're going to get into the mix first. Yeah. And then we're going to do topic, fashion junkies, and a whole bunch of other topics. So anytime you're ready, Oaks, take it away. Ooh, I wanted to ask you so much more.
I know. I thought you were going to ask so much more. Like, Gabby was like, give me the edge.
I want to ask you so much more.
Shut up. I was like, all right, I'm going to answer you. I'm sitting there like, Gabby not asking you. Gabby not asking you.
What should I have asked you, Prince?
I'm going to do
We are people circle, in the circle around. It's a wonderful feeling, sharing donuts. All my brothers, all my sisters, that they be making me
Whyteboi.
Now we got DJ Fyah Oats in the place. Last spell you don't know the things that are DJ Fyah. DJ one God DJ. Alright, I will run the 10 one, listen me. I want the keys for the dancer. No one squad lock you down. I've tried this song day and night. And never went for you as I pray. Come on, let go, some get in my way. A global squad that I'm praying. You're trying to ruin a global squad plan. But this time you won't get that way. So let the woman there so I don't pay. But the what's wrong with the peace we need city. Oh, what's around and what I put it. And could have beaten them both. We was what a champion sound. Again, we won't be easy. Somebody might know what I put it. And could have sweated them both. We was what a big bad sound.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That was our third and final mix of the evening, courtesy of Fyah Oats of Global Squad. Shout out to Oats Global Squad in the building tonight in my Jay-Z voice.
We were live.
I got one thing to say before I put you. You gotta sit down too when I finish. But I have one thing to say. I have one thing to say. So today I put out an invitation to parents and their children to have a dinner and discussion forum, you know, with everything that's going on in Baltimore. And we wanted to teach our kids what to do if they're of driving age, if they got pulled over, or if they're not, if they got stopped by the police or whatever. Because recently my son was walking to the Giant with two of his friends and he got pulled over. They took his pictures and everything. No permission, no anything. My son asked for his mother and his attorney and they still took his picture and have him on record. So I was like, okay. For no reason. Just because he's a young black kid.
Just because he was walking. Just because. He's a big.
Exactly. You're a black man and you're saying that's not new. Yeah. He's 12. He's 12.
It's a
12. And it's taller than me and we're a size 12 and yeah.
About 18. I know them for a long time.
Right. He's been in the game a while. He's like you. You know what I'm saying? He came up in this and he is pursuing this. So I put out something out there saying, you know, I'm inviting PG officers, DC officers, and I have my cousin, he's an attorney, he's going to come and tell them what to do and what not to do. An hour within putting this out, I got an email from a Corporal Lobin from the Prince George's County Police Department saying he is the community facilitator for these type of events. Before I came here, I got 2 calls back to back from 2 different jurisdictions of PG County Police. What I want to say to you guys, and I know who did it because of what went down this morning or whatever, and I'm not calling up this guy's name. Just know I think you're a scunt hole. Right. I'm gonna put it like that.
Pussy.
I'm gonna just put it like that. What I want to say, when it comes to a point where your whole agenda is bigger than helping our community, I ask you and I plead with you to leave. Leave. Because you are of no use, you are of no substance, and your entire thing is about hype. And it's all about hype. The man even told me he got some calls. He told me he got emails. It was from different people, blah, 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 da, 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 da. I knew who it was. I know what is going on, and I see what it is. And I'm going to tell you one thing, DMV. We are all that we have. The more we fight against each other, is the harder it's going to be to achieve the success that we all desire. What makes you more entitled to receive success than the next person? Why are you supposed to eat and I'm supposed to be hungry? Right. That's what I want to know. And when it comes to children, you could call me fat, you could call me a drunk. Answer the caller and put them on hold. You could call me a drunk. You could say Candy, let's talk, whatever. You could say whatever you want to say. But when it comes to the kids, bruh, you have officially crossed my line. And I don't have no dirty heart. I'm not going to retaliate in any way. But please believe I'm going to pray for you. And when the hand of God touches you, there is no turning back. I would like to extend an invitation again to everyone next Wednesday, May 6th, 7 p.m. at the Jerk Pit, 9078 Baltimore Avenue, to come up here and let's protect our kids. I don't care what your color is, because as we see all through social media and news, they abuse everybody. They might not abuse, you know, certain people to the extent that they do us. We're all one. But we have a right to know our rights. So I want to say to that, I hate the word hate. I hate the word bad mind. I don't like that. But to the person that did that foul ass shit, excuse my language, I really, really hope that karma reaches you I hope it reaches you. And I want to say thank you so much for motivating me even more to make this event a success.
And it's going to be.
All right, we got the man Fyah Oats in the hot seat.
He's in a hot seat.
All right, first question.
None of that was directed to you, Fyah Oats.
Absolutely not.
So you calling me out?
And then you just went off.
Oh, please. Oh, no, come on.
I got your baby's my friend.
I don't know who that is, but your heart.
Yeah, no. You want me to tell you about Got Your Baby? Got Your Baby in that seat?
Everybody know Oats heart clean like a whistle. Straight up, straight. No going around. We're gonna put you on the hot seat for a couple of minutes because we got a couple of topics to get into. I don't really have nothing too much on the hot seat with you because everybody loves you.
You think so?
What? But do you get a fight extra in this scene
I
because
think
you
so,
got
you know. I mean, you know what?
or because you extra fresh, or because you get all them girls?
No,
to be like,
excuse me.
not all, but you used to.
No, yeah, that was boy. So now, I don't know about all those things. But I think you know what? From a long time, before anything, it was always that if you're not Trinidadian or if you're not Jamaican, it's hard to really get accepted in that scene. But I mean, you know, that's been forever. Look how long you've been going on and being what patriots we used to get that fight back on them. Right. I remember at the end of the day, it wasn't just like a one set of people, it was everybody in the scene all the time. So man, whatever, man. If I never got the fight, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today, isn't it? So,
I think that's the bottom line. The more they fight, the more we strive.
Yeah,
The more motivation you get.
So if you say extra fresh, I strive to be extra fresh. I ain't all that, you know what I'm saying? All my people who know what it is, they know what it is. And at the end of the day, it's just all about family and just, you know what I'm saying? Just building and continue to go up. Ascension, right? Ascension.
Yes.
Up.
Plus. All right. So let me think. Is there anything else I really want to ask you?
Listen, we've been partying.
Looking at me. Why y'all
We've
don't
been partying for over 10, 15, 20.
We used to party in the woods.
To Kite Truck, to the woods, to 1919, go have a Russ. You know what I'm saying? The whole crew, them just, you know, everywhere. Club Hollywood on a Friday night, you know. We used to kill an exhibition on, we used to kick over the exhibition a long time, you know. Big up my friend, big up our Prince. Look how long, they was going to Northwestern and we was parked there, we was kicking them up. Long time, you know what I'm saying?
So do you see yourself clashing in the future? Because you dropped some raw stuff tonight. I can't even lie.
Honestly, like clashing for certain people, it don't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? To me, I like the sport. I like what it is. I come back and we cut dubs just at the strength because I feel like I'm a young veteran. You know what I mean? So I give thanks and I show. A lot of times the artists that ain't making no money, we're not buying anything from them. You know what I mean? They gotta go on tour, they gotta do all these things. So how do we really support them? So, I mean, I got a lot of friends who are artists, so I just support them and, you know what I mean? Hey, I respect what you're doing. I'm gonna download your song anyway, but at the end of the day, like, look, yeah, you know, how much you charging me to voice my song? It's my favorite song, do that. So it ain't even about clashing, it's more or less about the respect.
Can I ask you, do you feel like you get fight from your own Guyanese community?
You know what? Not really. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah. Before I would say my own Guyanese community, I would say my own family. You know what I'm saying? Or my own cousin and my friend, that's for real. Because at the end of the day, when you look for hate, it'd be closer than what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? It'd be young people over there that really love you, but then your family be like, man, who's this boy wonder? You know what I'm saying? So from look how long we've been playing music and all these things. So at the end of the day, hate more. You know what I'm saying? Hate more. I really love this, so it ain't even about how much you hate me. It's about how much I want to do this and how far I'm gonna carry it. And everybody else around me is always just kind of, you know, encouragement and motivation at the end of the day. Excuse me.
Nice. That's a Virgo thing, though. No matter how much they say, they're gonna keep on riding.
That's
what motivation to keep on moving on.
Like, what do you think at the end of the day, when you experience the worst day or you experience the most epic situation, what keeps you still passionate?
That's a great question. I think what it is just it's something in me. You know what I mean? Oats is my initials. You know, so I put fire in front of it because it's something always burning inside of me. More time, even when I don't want to do it, it's like, oh Lord, let me just do it. You know what I mean? I'm always in a party always, but it ain't even about the party. It ain't about the bottles. It ain't about the girls. One doesn't be. It be something burning inside of me. I need to go and be in a mix and see what's going on, what's trending, what's the vibes. Is it really as popping as it used to be? Is the vibes like 1919 when Destiny them I know? You know what I'm saying? Is it like how we used to be back in the day, or what can I bring now? You know what I mean? So that's my whole attitude.
And that's good to say. What do you think you can bring now? Because we all know dancehall back then. Nothing we do now can ever top that. So what do you think you can do to maybe possibly revive?
I think I never thought it was dead. I never thought it really went anywhere. Honestly, truth be told.
You don't think the whole like. I know when I used to party back then, and then you bring it 8 years later, it's like everybody want to watch upon everybody and stuff. And before back
that's always been going on. You just never paid any attention. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, you hear how Prince say PurpleNWhite, right? How we take your chip from Red and White. I remember when Fashionista had Red and White over at GFS Ballroom, right? In these days, people weren't really popping bottles like that. You know what I mean? Treaties would come on out the table and set up like, you know, it just started. So when y'all saying it died, it never really went nowhere. It was just things that they never was paying attention. Yeah. So now it's when, yeah, you know what's funny? You know what's funny is when back in the day, nobody could really buy all of these things. Now you go to a party, even the one that you know can't buy it, got it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like no big deal, I think. So it never really died. It just kind of, it's just now you paying more attention to what was going on. You know?
Do you think like go ahead.
So do you think like the dance hall and the training, because you versatile, you're not just in the dance hall community, right? You're global, right? Yeah. So do you think that the dance hall and the trainings can come together and really collaborate and have this one big Ross party?
All the time. Actually, there are numerous parties like that, but you know, you got, like I said, frequently it's tough. I mean, that's where we want to go with the global vibes. But then nowadays, I mean, not everybody can be Guyanese. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I say that is because one thing about Guyanese, we don't have our own music, but then we cherish everybody else's. Not everybody can do that. One time Jamaicans want to hear straight reggae. You know what I'm saying? Trinidadians want to hear straight soca. And they fine with that, whereas you come to a Guyanese party, you better play that, you better play reggae, you better play soca, oldies, that drop some new tune, you know what I'm saying? Whereas everything is kind of changing to that, but I think, yeah, man. I mean, for real, I want to go somewhere where beer there on beer vibes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. A lot of times you go to either Trinity or reggae, trying to it be the same to the girls, and not that I be tripping, but I want to go to a global party. You know what I mean? I want to go to PurpleNWhite. You know what I'm saying? Hey, globally, you know what I'm saying?
Since you've been in the game so long and you've had such dynamic growth and versatility, and like you said, global, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Great question. I mean, you know, I'm a father, so you about to be 32. What else going on? Hey, tell us what's going on. How are you doing? PurpleNWhite, yeah, we can fire on that.
So take off all your clothes.
So in the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years.
In the next 5 years, I don't know. I mean, I see myself, everything just elevated. I've been DJing like my man Prince said, about 20 years. I really big on my mother and father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't even want to go there how long. Big up mommy and daddy, because at the end of the day, mommy and daddy, I kind of find like Pops was in my ear, but mommy was really showing me certain things too. You know what I mean? So big them up, because a long time I've been doing this, and they've really been kind of steering me in a direction, and then, you know, go to college and do my own thing from there and come back. So, you know, so I can't really say within the next 5 years I want to still be DJing alone. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different endeavors that I've been kind of dibbling and dabbling in. And
I was going to ask you about branding. Do you have, like, you know, any line coming out or anything like that? Because you are very fashion conscious.
Wow, fashion conscious. Thank you. Thank you.
I will.
Well, thank you. You know what? It's funny because people do ask me that. Like, I came here to support you one time in a French Republican inside. Yo, you still have a clothes there? And I'm like, wow. You know what? Maybe. You know, so that's a thought. A lot of people have come at me about that. I was in Guyana the other day, and I seen like that was an opening, you know, ways to kind of, you know, do some more business. And Guyana was so crazy that, like, for real, we even dealing with government contracts right now. It's just up globally. You know,
don't leave without
hey, I'm trying to So I mean, as far as just being the DJ, I don't know. Branding, yes, there's a lot of things under my realm, under my belt that, you know, we trying to really take to a whole nother level. So just look forward, stay tuned.
All right, if you mentioned the dynamic of the Guyanese community and them loving music and how versatile it is, can you tell the people in the district, Maryland and Virginia, that, you know, party and come out, can you tell them how, I don't know, how supportive we are in this entire community and how integral we are as far as the support, as monetarily, promotion wise, all of that stuff? Because I think a lot of times, no. A lot of times I think they think, okay, well, they Jamaican or they Trini or something. They don't know we Guyanese. They don't know, you know, how we come out and we support. Like,
yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what? I want to give everybody. But no, I want to give everybody, because every country and one thing comes out. And it might be whatever party, but you're gonna see every country come out, especially DC. Other than New York, Miami, third biggest like West Indian culture area, you know, whatever you call it. And they're not even really as big as us, honestly. They are. All right, well, they ain't as good as us, right? Right. Shout out my folks in the A.
We are the DMV though.
But no, I mean, so one thing about Guyanese, we always did it. Always. I feel like we started when dancehall started. You know what I mean? I remember now, Prince, remember, DC Dragon used to be going on, but then we used to have Guyanese party at King Solomon at the same time. Yeah. Then we used to be, GFS used to go on, and then we used to have Kaichua or the Cove or Bearton. So we've always been around, and I mean, I find like, you know, there's always been love. It's been up and down, but then as far as the support, we definitely been heavy in supporting just about every event, from just about however. You talk about popping bottles. If I treat these pop bottles on the table, we still there, you know what I'm saying? I was never know like, yo, we bigger than them or they bigger than us. It was always people you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
The direction the city is actually going, and it's we're kind of genre transcending, we're kind of culture transcending.
Yeah.
And you know, it used to be when you go to a dance hall event, it was strictly reggae music. But now you have the soca coming in. You the what is the African Zoe? What is it?
Afro beats.
Afro beats, and then Zoe or something like that. Like
then,
something else.
That's what you just gotta say, the growth of it all, though. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, if you wasn't a certain way, then you weren't even getting heard, or you weren't even getting a play. So you know what I mean? So I think it's just everything has grown, and you know that's why. You know, I could go to a party and hear Prince play a whole soca segment, right. And I'm like, wow, that's DJ Prince playing all this stuff. Even though my brethren, but it's nothing, because at the end of the day, we always like these music. You know what I mean? We always liked all of this. So yeah.
All right, well, I got something for you. I didn't get to ask you what I really want to ask you, but I got it ain't tonight though. It ain't happening tonight. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. We ain't got time.
How you feel about Baltimore?
Well,
that's what we were trying to talk about.
Right. I'm gonna say something real quick before we close out.
I just want to say something real quick. People asking me all the while, and I just feel like, honestly, it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. And Baltimore are one place where I think I'm not really tripping off of them being thugs and all of this. I used to live in Baltimore, so I know the vibes. And Baltimore's one place. The Wire is a real show.
Mm-hmm.
You want it's just kind of like watch The Wire and then say why they it was only a matter of time. All right, look, after Trayvon, after all these people, listen, I'm like, Freddie Gray, nah, we ain't playing.
Any place between the district and New York, that'll be something a little different.
Nisha, the same thing. Nisha always said they mess with their home city.
Yeah.
Baltimore, DC, they mess with them.
I don't think if it would have happened in DC, it wouldn't have went down. The cameras would have went here. Maybe Al Sharpton would have reached in. But at the end of the day, what Al Sharpton is really doing. So I commend my Baltimoreans. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, stand up. Okay, no doubt. Don't burn out your own area. But look, let's go to City Hall. Let's go to But that's what I'm saying.
What do you guys think about the mother that beat her son up on?
That's what she was supposed
yes,
to do.
Thank you.
Let me say something about that.
That's what you're supposed to do. No,
but look, this is the understanding with America, right? Because had this not been a situation where he was out there rioting, they would have locked her hell up, taken her child away from her. So this is America fighting back. Like, okay, how can a mother raise her child if you sitting there constantly stepping in? Right? Had it not been for the situation that she yoked them up, they would have charged you a whole bunch of charges.
I seen a meme today. What's his name? What was the football player name that beat his child?
Adrian Peterson.
They said Adrian Peterson go to jail or is on trial for beating his child, but this one.
You see what I'm saying? But it's okay. It's
and I real like drink up. She drinking them up. I mean, I don't know.
She keeps some Rasta kind head. That's true. He deserves it, yes, but this is what I'm saying. Like, how can mothers raise their children if the system keeps stepping in, right? The system keeps stepping in, and then these police officers are trying to take over for the month. No, just leave parents let them raise their kids. We grew up. The system that we grew up in, we got some lacing whoopings. And what's wrong with us? Not a damn thing.
There's a whole bunch of shit wrong with us.
What's wrong with us?
The morals are there. The respect is there. It's another step.
Generation X. Weird things going on.
But the morals are there. Your business ethic.
We know better. We know better.
Everybody knows better. Do they do it?
No. If we say 60-70% know better, 30% don't. It's the same that's going on now. That same 30% stuff. I mean, okay, 45% don't know now. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Whatever. At the end of the day, it's the same thing going on. All you gotta do is be a father or a mother to your child and sort it out. For her to do that, whatever, to each his own. If my mother did that to me, moms, I know you probably would.
Right.
God damn. I'm doing it on TV. Right, no, I know right, isn't it?
But you know what? Hey, I get it.
And then I ain't going on TV and talk about it. Ma, you disrespecting me, Ma. Hey, look.
But you know what? I bet you he won't do nothing like that no more.
Man, I bet you got some money for the damn energy.
You think he will?
All right, y'all. All right. They got a lot of money for those interviews. All right, y'all. I hate to have to wrap this up, but it's 12 on the nose, and we got to fulfill our obligations to where we are broadcasting from. So we got to say shout out to everybody in the building, and we have to absolutely big up Curtis Lynch from Necessary Mayhem. Look out for his release. May 4th, it's coming out on largeup.com. May 5th, it will be released to the public. It is a UK version of neo soul mixed with dancehall, mixed with reggae, and you guys are absolutely going to love it. We got to say shout out to Fyah Oats for coming through. I appreciate everything that you did when you came through tonight. Your mixes were on point. A lot of people come through, they want to play like they in the dance, like they want to do early warm in the first mix and all of that. And, I'm not dogging anybody, but, when you're on the radio, people want to listen to something and keep it locked in. So shout out and respect to you for that. We got to say big up the man himself, PrinceRoyal. Tomorrow night, it is all about Purple and White. May the 1st. Do not miss this. And you stick onto his page, PrinceRoyal, or DJ PrinceRoyal on IG for venue information. Again, early arrival is not suggested. It is a must. We have to big up Ras Blank in the building, always coming through, taking the hottest pics. I want to say shout out to TeamTalkUp because I adore and I love you guys so much. Kaye, I never thought that you would be, you know, such an integral part. You get on my last damn nerve, I swear to God. But I so appreciate and love everything you've contributed to Talk Up. Gabby, I love you. You know, you my baby. ShopDulce.com.
I know, it's not, I don't want to believe it.
Whyteboi, you hold the key. We fight like friggin' brothers and sisters. But this would not happen without you. Every week, you bring your equipment, you fuss, you like, but you do it. And you put out an exemplary production and product. So respect is due to you. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the building. Shamika, Telly, Wayne World, Raslick. It's all about the Spirit Cruises, DC After Dark concert series, Reggae Rocks the Potomac, Saturday, June 6th. You, Dutty Bus Crew, PrinceRoyal, Lion Vibes, and DJ Trini from WKYS. You want to get your tickets, book it online or book it by phone. The number is 866-302-2469. I wanted to get into so much more tonight, but I gotta say shout out to Red Gal. Anybody that's ever been involved in Talk Up from the beginning, Jason Frost, Raw Unico, my sister Kim, even Coco Drops. No matter how it ended, I appreciate everything. Ablaze, big up your motherfucking self, nigga. Straight. Couldn't happen without you. All they want to do, all they want to say, you doing this, and you got DC in the palm of your hand. Direct your steps properly. Jerk Pit Management, Lisa, your husband, your entire staff, I gotta say big up. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported Talk Up, that's gonna continue to support Talk Up. This is my last week on a weekly basis. I'll be coming through once a month. Telly, big up yourself. I just want to say thanks to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but big things in the future coming up. Just keep it locked for Candy B. Keep it locked for Talk Up. The brand is building. And one thing, we always end the show with, tough times don't last, but tough motherfuckers do. All right, y'all. God up.